Okay, welcome to the our next segment. We invited a young man, Evan Reiter, on the show, and I was speaking with Evan during the week, and we've had a lot of discussions and a lot of segments, panels, talking about many serious mental health issues dealing with anxiety, depression, preventing suicide. And a very good friend of the show, Jackie Shelley, was on our show a couple of weeks ago. A couple of years ago, Jackie's son was a senior at Long Beach High School, took his own life dealing with depression, and we also had many other people discussing it. So we always, we can raise awareness for depression, anxiety. We always like to hear people's stories. So Evan Reiter, you grew up dealing with a lot of issues with mental illness, didn't have many friends in high school, so we're anxious to hear your story and how you've dealt with your journey growing up.
Hey guys, so first of all, it is an honor. It's an honor to be here. Like Howie said, he actually added me on Facebook. So Howie he is a phenomenal man, very good man. Yeah. So basically, for me, the topic of mental illness, I'm very passionate about it because it affects, especially today, it affects a lot of people, and I know, and also the foundation of. It's so important to be open about it as well, because if you don't speak about it, because if no one speaks about it, people aren't going to understand. So basically, I'm going to start from where it all began. So at the age of 4 years old, I was diagnosed with something called Tourette syndrome. Tourette syndrome I would say, in my words, it is a life-altering disorder. Basically, what happens is I would tick and twitch and I would have so many basically a tick is when I would jump and stuff, and and at times it was so embarrassing, very embarrassing. At times, I remember at 5 or 6 years old, went to the mall, I would yell and scream. I was like, "Mom, what's going on?" And and sometimes I had to leave because I would find people staring at me. So then it basically all came to all through high school. I was severely bullied. I was called faggot and gay and retarded and stupid. And you know what? And at times I wanted to quit. Yes, I did. But you know what? Something inside me, something greater inside me told me that I should not quit, and I did not want to quit because I knew that I wanted to be a success story. So it was at the age of 19 is when I hit my own version of rock bottom. And at rock bottom is when basically at 19 I wanted to die. I was struggling through so much depression. I was in and out of hospitals. And as I said before, I had no friends, so I don't know what to turn to. My parents were always working, so it was extremely tough. So then I was in a hospital for 4 months, and through those 4 months, I realized that I had two choices: to either give up or to live a life with a meaning, and to live a life with a meaning. So after I was released from the hospital, I was put into a CR, which is a house with 10 people, and that was, and I would say that was that was that was ec- ec- that was that was extremely tough for me. First of all, because at 19 I was so lazy, I didn't want to do anything, and then and then in the CR I was in the house that was so many rules, and like even though I was an adult, I feel like I was being treated like a second-class citizen. So then in the CR I was assaulted, and it was from hell. It really arrived from hell. So then after that group home, I was sent to another group home. And in that group home, that was even worse. 'Cause I was with people who were so much older than me, in the 50s and 60s. And in that group home, I was almost killed. And that was something that I will never forget. But you know what? I learned from it, cause in 2012, that year, that was the year that I decided that I was going to save myself, cause I knew that no one else was going to save me. So to that time, I stayed strong, and that is when I found an amazing peer advocacy organization, and it is called Youth Power. And what they do is they are these amazing family of people who truly understand what it's like to have a mental illness. And you know what? And you know the saying, and there's a saying, and there is a saying, nothing about us without us. It's true. It basically shows that, you know, someone understands, someone will really understand is someone will understand something truly is when they go through it, and that is so true. So with that being said, after I left the group home in 2012, that is when I found my freedom. That's when I found this. I found friends that, like I said in high school, I had no friends. That to me was a blessing, a true blessing. And I remember in 2010, I told my mom that in 5 years I would look back, and now in 2019, almost 10 years later, looking back, I'm so grateful for everything I learned. I even though I made so many mistakes, it strengthened me. I faith in God now. That number one has helped me so much. And as of today, where I am today, I am a full-time peer advocate, where I am helping clients who are struggling with the same problems that I had, and I'm in school. I have 51 credits in SUNY at Westbury, and in 2 short years I'll be finished. Which actually, there are some people to this day who still think I'll finish college. Guess what? In 2 years, I'll be done. And also what I'm working on is I'm also finishing a book as well on my story, because I feel that by finishing a book and writing a book, that could spread across the world, and it could impact so many lives. And like I said, looking back, I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful to have the things that they have today, because honestly, to be honest, it didn't have to be this good, and it's just an amazing blessing. And actually, my dream one day, which I will be, is I'm going to be a famous public speaker, because because I want to share my story across the world to share that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, despite how many challenges you have. Success is always possible. Again, I am so thankful for everyone today, and Howie and Rocco, everyone. Thank you for letting me share.
Well, Evan, I want to thank you for sharing your story. It takes a lot of courage. You're certainly a young man that has dealt with a lot of adversity and a lot of pain. And when the book does come out, I would love for you to come back on the show so we can promote the book. And our show is all about information, entertainment, inspiration, and your story is certainly very inspiring. And we look forward to having you down the road, and we wish you a lot of luck in the future in getting your word out and through your own story, inspiring and helping others.
Thank you. And again, as I said always, just to listen. If you have a friend, a loved one, ask them, because ask them if they're having a rough day. Speak to them, because you know what? It could save their life. It's a small act of kindness that could save their life. It's so true, So again, I just hope everyone could spread the awareness, of mental health, because it's so important. Thank you.
Okay. Evan Reiter, ladies and gentlemen, very great, very inspiring.